So she comes on and thinks she's winning and just gets absolutely crushed and says, I'm not going to debate you. That's her job. If you disagree, you're supposed to debate the guy. And then he just nails her.
I want to talk about...
Cite me the study that you're talking about.
I am not here to defend...
Study, cite me the study.
This is not productive. I am not here to defend all of the... Let me finish.
You're talking nonsense. You're making assertions you can't support. And then when I call you on them, you're telling me that I'm arguing.
Okay, do you want to talk about assertions that you can't support? I'll get there in a second. Let me just say, for the record, that I am not saying that the entire way that the COVID reaction was accurate. It was a scary time and people made mistakes. Absolutely.
You were scaring people.
Why are you saying that?
Because that was the job of CNN.
Tonight on CNN, RFK Jr. and Dana Bash get into a heated confrontation over COVID vaccines, vaccine hesitancy, and information Americans were given during the pandemic. Dana Bash believes that the science supports her position, but RFK immediately challenges her to produce one study. And when she struggles to name one, the conversation quickly turns into a full-blown argument over Anthony Fauci, the experts, and whether the American people were actually told the truth. This one gets heated fast. Let's get into it.
You're repeating it like a parrot. I've actually read the science. Come back here and debate the science.
I'm not debating this with you.
Of course you won't.
No, because I'm not debating.
All you know how to do is repeat things that people told you and say, trust the experts. That's what you did during COVID. Now we know that Anthony Fauci, who was the expert, was lying about everything, about masks, about the social distancing, about natural immunity, about the transmission.
Wouldn't you be upset if you found out that everything you heard and everything that you did for the COVID vaccine was a lie? All the time you wasted, all the work you missed for a lie. Roll it.
From the vaccine, about the source of COVID. He was lying and you were punishing people for not trusting the experts. And now you're rolling out the experts again to talk about something that you have no personal knowledge of.
Okay, well, guess what? That is my job.
Okay, wait a minute. Did she just admit that her job was essentially to lie to people or essentially give out information without any validity?
Yes, and my job is to get as much information as I can.
And
what we were doing,
skepticism,
what we were doing in COVID and still with regard to these vaccines is getting the best information, the best science that we can, and putting it out there. And sir, what you are doing is causing information to be out there that is not accurate.
Who was lying to you?
The National Academy of Sciences, which you just cited in November, said we support the statement that vaccines do not cause autism. This is the National Academy of Sciences that you just talked about.
Look at the National Academy of Science most recent report.
Okay.
And you'll see.
And that was only the beginning, because this next part, Dana Bash accuses RFK of vaccine hesitancy. And that's when he turns the entire argument back around on her.
I want to talk about...
Cite me the study that you're talking about.
I am not here to defend...
Cite me the study.
This is not productive.
No, this is not productive, she says.
All of the... Let me finish.
You're talking nonsense. You're making assertions you can't support. And then when I call you on them, you're telling me that I'm arguing.
Okay, do you want to talk about assertions that you can't support? I'll get there in a second. Let me just say, for the record, that I am not saying that the entire way that the COVID reaction was accurate. It was a scary time and people made mistakes. Absolutely.
You were scaring people.
Why are you saying that?
Because that was the job of CNN.
Okay.
Was to put the chyrons up about how many people are dying.
We were trying to we were listening to the leaders in this country, including the president, who had a daily press conference explaining what was going on and trying to listen.
Were you listening?
I want to talk to measles.
Actually, were you reading the
measles?
She keeps saying there's the studies, but RFK is asking a very simple question. Name the study. If you're going to tell millions of Americans that something is settled science, you should at least be able to identify the evidence supporting your argument. The fact that she refuses or is unable to cite her sources in this moment says a lot. Says a lot about her. Probably.
And one of the mistakes we made in the last time was suppressing those rights so people weren't being heard. Doctors who were saying you're doing it wrong were being marginalized and vilified.
Yeah, and because again, I really want to move on. But
Yeah.
I wonder why. You know what's funny about the CNN pundits like Abby Phillips and Dana Bash? They seem to come to a halt when you bring it straight to their face. So funny when it becomes inconvenient when the hard questions are actually asked and aimed at you.
Because
Yes,
you
I
were
do.
part of the problem.
No, I wasn't part of the problem.
There was absolute press malpractice.
Truth.
You weren't allowing your
Mr.
job.
Secretary,
Your job is a fierce skepticism toward authority. And
Yes,
you weren't
I am.
doing that. You
I
were
am.
beating
My
up
job
on
is
people who
also-
were dissenting.
no. Okay, are you want to sit here and attack me, or do you want to have conversations
You're sitting
about
here and
public health?
attacking me.
I'm
They
not-
can't. If you can't stand the heat, then get out of the kitchen. This is what happens when the tables get turned. Roll it.
attacking you. I'm asking questions about how to
And let
prevent
me
the next
answer the question,
pandemic.
and I'll tell you.
That's what I'm trying to do. But I also want to
She wasn't ready. She wasn't. When officials and media figures make absolute claims and those absolute claims change later or fall apart, people are going to naturally start questioning the next set of instructions. You cannot earn trust by simply saying trust the experts, even louder by shouting it and screaming it. That doesn't make your argument any stronger. That was an intense exchange. Dana Bash believes that RFK's rhetoric contributes to dangerous vaccine hesitancy, while RFK argues that the media and the public health establishment created that skepticism by promoting claims they could not always defend. But now, I want to hear from you. Did RFK expose the major problem with the media's reliance on unnamed experts? Or did Dana Bash have a stronger argument? This has been the Revardo Show, and until next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so we can keep bringing you debates like this on the Revardo Show.